So Representative Joe Kennedy is now considered a rising star among the Democratic establishment, thanks to his sort of, droopy rebuttal to Donald Trump's State of the Union. Droopy, shiny, I don't know how to explain that, but there was something coming off him, and it didn't look good. Anyway, now in a recent interview, he's going to talk about how another Democratic challenger could have actually beaten Donald Trump in 2016. Well, that's very interesting. He said, quote, "I was a very strong supporter of Miss Clinton's. I think she would have been a great president," Kennedy said during an interview with Politico's Off Message. "I do believe, however, that if it were a race in the last 6 weeks of the election between Joe Biden and Donald Trump, I think Joe Biden probably would have been successful." Well, that's not the situation we had. We had two incredibly unpopular candidates that decided to have a contest to see who was more unpopular than the other. And guess what? Hillary Clinton won that contest. But here's where he irritates me the most, right? Where's Bernie Sanders? Again, we had polls from 2016, and we have polls from now. Number one is saying that Bernie Sanders is the most popular politician in America. That is indisputable. He has led those polls for months, one after the other. And Joe Biden, to be fair, usually comes in second, and some polls he comes in first. It depends. We've all seen the same polls where Bernie Sanders destroys Trump by double digits. Why no mention of Bernie? I think we all know the answer. Here is the establishment, again, sidelining Bernie Sanders in favor of somebody who is pro-establishment. Of course, it makes sense, right? And look, to be fair, yes, Biden probably would have won if he were the nominee. Hillary Clinton was the only Democrat that could not beat Trump. And they decided that, you know what, let's run her anyway. Despite the fact that she pulled so close to Trump and she was so incredibly unpopular with the American people. Let's run her anyway. No, trust me, she's going to win. The hubris, man. The hubris. Oh, frustrating, right? Look, you can't run somebody who is both incredibly establishment and also incredibly unpopular and expect them to win against a faux populist. It doesn't work that way. And look, at least Joe Biden, to his defense, would have had some sort of working class appeal. But if it's not already apparent, let me spell it out for you. Bernie would have won had he been the nominee. But again, here's what it's about. This is about elevating Joe Biden as their preferred nominee. Kennedy added that, quote, he wouldn't vote for or against a candidate because they are old or young. This is him saying, yeah, I'd vote for Biden, and you should vote for Biden too. Now, Biden would be 75. Look, I don't care, right? I don't care how old you are, to be fair. And there's a very good chance that Biden is going to run. You know who also is probably going to run? Bernie Sanders, 2020. Now, they'll both be actually pretty old as presidential candidates go. So now, if they both run, and again, he's going to be 75 years old, I better not see Democrats out there saying, Bernie's too old. He's too old. Well, then, by definition, Biden would also be too old. But look, again, this is Joe Kennedy telling you that age doesn't matter. So again, I better not see Democrats say anything about that. All right. But again, that's what they're doing, is that they're setting the stage for Biden because they desperately do not want to run Bernie Sanders. Why? Bernie Sanders means real change. They don't want real change. They want slow, incremental change, status quo, steady as you go. The rich get richer and you get fucked. That's what they have continued to want. And look, this time, this election is going to be way, way different. Why? All the disadvantages Bernie had in 2016, well, guess what? He's been working on. He's actually working on having a better, more robust foreign policy stance. He now has more of a fundraising machine from regular people. He now has better positions on things. Well, he has the same positions, but he has a better way of actually explaining those positions. And he actually has a bigger platform. So this 2020 election is going to be way, way different. But no, let's continue to bash Bernie Sanders in favor of a guy who recently trashed millennials for thinking they've got it tough. Hey, you want to win elections? That's not the way that you should be going. So, good luck with that, Democrats. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.